Hi everybody, Andre here. How do you play a metal guitar riff? You know, we see our favorite guitar heroes on stage playing through these guitar riffs so effortlessly, and it can really be daunting and make you want to put the guitar back in the case. Well, I got some good news. Today we're going to break down 5 steps to help you play a metal guitar riff and hopefully give you the confidence you need to be able to create your own riffs. You ready? Let's go. Step 1 is tone. When it comes to metal, you really want to choose a good amp. I'd recommend either Mesa Boogie, Marshall, PV, or an Orange amp. I personally use a Line 6 Helix pedal, which is emulating a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier. Now, next step is you want to throw in an overdrive pedal right before your amp, and that's really going to drive the tubes and help you cut through and give you the aggression you need. I recommend a Tube Screamer or Horizon Devices Precision Drive. When I'm dialing in my tone, I'm usually bringing up the gain and the overdrive to like an 8 or 9. I'm really pushing it. Now when it comes to the overdrive pedal, you don't need to put it that high. You can keep the gain around 2, and it's really going to help color your tone and help it stand out. And here's what that sounds like. Step 2 is tuning. Now you can play an E standard tuning, which is what most guitarists play in, but for metal, you really want to tune your guitar lower. And that's really going to help your guitar sound dark and sound heavy, which is really what you want. What I'm tuned in today is C sharp standard, which is 3 semitones lower than E standard. And that sounds like this. Now the problem with tuning down that low on a guitar like this is your strings can go out of tune really quickly. So what you might need to do is just tune down a semitone, which is E flat or D. But you can tune to C sharp, but that's the lowest I would go. If you want to go lower, you can get a baritone guitar or get a multi-scale guitar. Step 3 is articulation. Now in metal, palm muting is the name of the game. Palm muting basically is taking your right hand, dropping the palm down on the strings as you're picking, and you get this sound. Without palm muting, and with palm muting. Now, next thing to work on with articulation is aggressive downstrokes. So instead of doing something like that, you really want to dig into the strings, and it's really going to help the palm mutes really jump out. Instead of this, you want to dig in more. Now the next articulation I'd recommend is pinch harmonics. That's a little more advanced, but here's what that sounds like. Step 4 is open strings and power chords. So for open strings, we're going to take any note on the two top strings, and after playing it, we're going to release and play the open string. We play the string, and then we play the open string. So power chords is when we take that note and we add a fifth, which is one string down, 2 frets across. And we can do that same thing we were just doing where we play the open string afterwards. Good exercise is you can start from the 12th fret and then play the 11th fret and then play the open string and go all the way down. The power chords. And so on. So the last step to playing a metal riff is the tritone. Many centuries ago, the tritone was considered just the one interval you didn't want to write with because it was considered the devil's interval, which is very appropriate for metal. So we take the power chord that we just looked at in step 4, and we're just going to lower this note. Just sprinkle those into your metal riff, and it's going to take it up a notch. If you got value out of today's video, please hit that like button. Until next time, rock on.